So is that time of the month again? Yes, it is, guys. Let's try to predict what are 3 things that will be coming the next update in May, but honestly June, right? So we are around, I mean, I cannot know for sure, but around 1 month from the actual update, like normal schedule of devlogs and stuff, normally when it starts to happen. So of course it's not 100% that we can know that, but it's around there, mid-May that we will start to see the devlogs, probably mid to late May, I would say, right? So with a little bit of time in our hands, let's try to predict 3 things. The first one is obviously aircraft that will be added for nations that are missing 14.0s. I think it will probably be the main focus probably on the next patch, or one of the focuses on the next patch. And of course I'm talking about 2 specific nations, right? The Chinese and the Japanese. Both of them are probably going to receive. So in third position I have to put the Mitsubishi F-2. I think it just makes sense that we will see that aircraft. There is honestly not much that can be added beyond that. On the Thai sub 3 there's basically nothing, and on the normal line of the F-15s and stuff, I mean, we can have the GSI in the future being added, but I don't think that aircraft is really ready yet to be added, and in real life, I mean, with AESA and everything. I mean, it might be the thing that they add, but the Mitsubishi F-2 just makes a lot of sense, right? A 14.0 F-16 that will have an AESA radar, great missiles, able to be carrying anti-ship missiles even if they want to, and it will probably come under the F-16 AJ, right? So for sure, the F2, the Mitsubishi F2 will probably be added in the next update, right? So I kind of predict that. And in the second position, I have to say the J10B or C, one of them. China also doesn't have a 14.0 aircraft, and since we already got a new J11 that eventually just became a 13.7, honestly, maybe they thought it was going to be a 14.0 and then saw that the performance is pretty much just like the Su-27SM, and then it needs to kind of go in the same BR, right? We have some minor changes between them too, but the performance is pretty good. It's pretty similar, in the radar, the pure performance of the aircraft, etc., right? So at the end of the day, I still believe China will be one of those nations that will receive a 14.0 next patch, and it will probably be the evolution of the J10A. So the B or C variants using a PESA, but most likely an AESA radar, and of course the same missiles as the J10A. The main thing would be the radar that changes, of course, the addition of an IRST depending on the version, and also a new engine. Yes, the new engine is there, the WS10, so much more powerful than the engines used on the A variant. It's basically the same engine as in the J11B, right? So you can expect at least 500 kilogram more on the engine, maybe more, maybe less, let's see, but it will be around there, right? And it will be just an aircraft that it's a little bit more modernized. It has tiny pieces here and there that would make these aircraft on par with the 14.0s in the game. Okay, and the third one, and this is kind of a far off kind of idea here, but since they actually added 2 more maps with the seed missions coming up with some sort of event that they're going to do, and I already showed to you guys that the S75 and everything that is being data mined and everything, I have a feeling that seed missions or some sort of anti-air mission or part of a mission or something like that will be added to the game. I don't know 100% sure, of course, but I just have a feeling that it is something that they plan to add very, very soon. And I think the idea that they are introducing more maps and stuff, it means that it will have some sort of rotation, those missions, and with that, of course, we will have probably the introduction to maybe RRB or something like that. I don't know. Maybe the sights of missiles will be added to the rotation of RRB probably, or just the anti-radiation missiles will be added. We don't know anything basically right now. We are just speculating, but I have a feeling that since they are doing this update so much time before the actual update, it has to be that they are actually going to maybe introduce this thing in the next update, right? Like I said, we are still far off and there's plenty of time for them to actually properly implement this. So it would be a big change to the game, and it would introduce a whole bunch of new weapons maybe, or at least a whole bunch of new tactics and missions that you can do with aircraft, right? So it's a very cool idea. Maybe they will start, you know, very slowly with just Vietnam era stuff, S-75s, etc., right? But later maybe adding, you know, S-125s, Hawks, Patriots, S-300s and onwards, right? And more advanced anti-radiation missiles, right? So again, it's just speculation, but I have a feeling that these will be the three things that they are gonna add in the next update. So the F-2, the J-10, upgraded J-10, the B, but probably the C model, B or C, but probably the C, and then some form of seed missions in a rotation or something similar to that. Okay, guys, these are my 3 predictions. Of course, we're still far off, so there's plenty of time for you to leave yours in the comments down below. I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe. Happy Easter, of course, and I will take a little bit of time off. I'm recording these on Friday, so I see you on Monday again. So, yeah.